Hello, hola, welcome to another episode of One Cast. I'm Vinicius Ferreira, your host today, and I'm here talking to my dear friend Francisco or Francisco. I don't know. And he was born in Venezuela, but now he lives in Colombia. And today he's gonna share a little bit about his journey, moving to other countries, cultural differences in Latin America, and I think you're gonna have a very nice talk. And first of all, welcome and thank you for being here, Francisco. How are you?
Hey Vinicius, how are you? I'm doing good. Very happy to be here. I felt
Oh,
very curious about the podcast and what you're doing with your students and your language school. So yeah, I mean, why not? Let's do it.
yeah, that's very nice. Thank you very much again. And okay, so your name is Francisco, but people call you Francho.
Oh well, some people call me Fran. I would say that's
Um,
the most common nickname that I have.
okay,
Fran, Franco.
okay,
Francho is more like it all started as a joke. I made it up, and now
okay.
some people call me like that. But it's kind of like it started as a second personality kind of thing. I would just
Okay.
make jokes that I'm not supposed to make,
Okay. Okay. I get
or
it.
act kind of weird and kind of silly, and that's how Francho came up. So it's kind of like an alter ego kind of thing. That
Okay, okay. But like your nickname would be Fran.
that's the most common one, yeah,
Yeah, so everybody calls you that,
Fran.
basically.
Yeah,
Fran,
or
okay.
in volleyball, because I do play beach volleyball. People call me Pacho.
Pacho?
Pacho. That's a nickname for Franciscos in Spanish.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Pacho,
Pacho.
okay.
So people call me Pacho there, and then when I'm trying to introduce myself in a place where there's like volleyball people, they
Mm-hmm.
introduce me as Pacho, and if I
Mm,
introduce myself as Francisco, then people are kind of like, "Well, is it Pacho or is it Francisco? Which one do you like the most?" And I'm like, "I don't care. It's just they just
okay.
start calling me like that, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm Pacho there, and I'm Francisco somewhere else. So it's
Okay,
funny,
get it. Okay,
different
so you have
personalities. Yeah,
multiple personality. Okay, that's nice.
yeah, yeah.
And but like if I say Pacho to everybody in not only Colombia but in Latin America or maybe in Spain, people understand that your name is Francisco. People know that.
Yeah, yeah, pretty
But
much.
where does it come from?
I
Because like
have
Pacho
no idea.
Francisco, it's pretty different.
I have no idea, man. I know that in some places like Mexico, you could have a variation of Pacho and that turns to Pancho. And in some
Pancho.
places like in Spain, I think Paco. So it's a variation, but not
Mm-hmm.
sure where it comes from, really. I really don't know.
Okay. Okay. And how do like the nicknames in Colombia work? Like how do they come? How do they come up? Like how do you come up with a nickname for somebody like your friend? Because in Brazil we usually shorten the names. For example, Vinicius, people call me Vini, like Vini, normal. And Francisco Fran, okay, it's okay. Or Cisco, people would call it too, but not very common. And that's it. But like how do you guys come up with it? Like normal nicknames, I mean.
Well, it depends if it's a there's different kinds of nicknames, right? And I'm sure in
Uh-huh.
Brazil you guys do the same thing because at least
Yeah.
when I met you in Rio, I realized that you're the same as
Yeah,
me in the same
we're
sense of humor.
pretty similar in the personality of us. Like we have very
Yeah,
yeah, it's very similar. Yeah, I can say that.
it was like 5 minutes in, and we were already making crazy jokes. So
Yeah.
yeah, well, I think it really depends here, right? If it's a nickname, well, but related to your name, it would be pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
Let's say a girl is called Valentina, and
Mm-hmm.
then people would call her Tina or would call her Valen or
Okay. In
Carolina.
Brazil, people would call her Val.
Okay, yeah, so
Oh,
same
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Carolina, Caro. Um, let's say, let me think of another one. It's usually for longer, right? Well, my name, Francisco Fran,
Mm.
Fernanda Fer. If her name is
Okay.
Maria Fernanda, then Mafer. Um,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's pretty much like ours here. It's
yeah,
we use the same, let's say, logic. Okay. And how old are you, man?
uh,
Tell our listeners.
I'm 25,
You're 25,
actually.
and you
You?
were born in 2000 or 99?
1999, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. So you're basically 1 year older than me. I'm also 25, but I was born in 2000.
Oh, cool. When's your birthday?
February 3rd.
Okay.
And yours?
August 18th.
Oh, so you'll turn like right now 26.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
A
What are you
month.
planning for your party or something? Are you planning any kind of celebration?
Well, not really. I would say like for the past years, I haven't done anything really crazy. Just kind of like spending some time with my family, maybe a
Uh-huh.
cake.
Okay.
But this year, if I have a chance, I would like to do something nature related. So maybe go into a town, do something extreme, but in a town, maybe
Okay. Mm-hmm.
rafting or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, got it. And how does it work, like these kind of celebrations? Because in Brazil, we have many different types. We go to a nightclub or we go to bars and we have like drinks with our friends. We go to pizzerias or restaurants and that's it. Or we stay home, we stay in and we order something like maybe a cake, pizza, and we celebrate it with our family or friends. So how does it work in Colombia or in Venezuela as well? So how does it work for you? Is it the same or is it different?
It is pretty much the same thing. In Venezuela, if you want a cake, then you just invite your family and your friends home. You have a
Mm-hmm.
cake, you sing. By the way, there's a whole different song in Venezuela and Colombia. Uh,
Seriously?
yeah,
I know
besides,
about the cheers one when you're drinking. You taught me two. I'd like to learn them again, but it's pretty nice. But is it different?
it is different as well. I mean,
Not
we have
feliz
the general
cumpleaños.
one, like, no, I mean, you can have the one like it's the same like happy birthday to you, but with Spanish
Uh-huh.
words, right?
Uh-huh.
But in Spanish, there's another one that it's with a different kind of music. It's called vallenato. It is not exactly like pagode. It's
Mm-hmm.
something else, but it's traditional as that. So people like to play it during the celebration, like while
Okay.
you show your cake and stuff. And in Venezuela, we have another song, but it's kind of long. So
Okay.
sometimes people here don't like it because it's long and they don't know the lyrics.
In Brazil too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's parabéns pra você, and then we have like whole song. It's a whole lyrics for that. Uh
Well, yeah. So, yeah, if you want to have a cake, you can do that. And then
huh.
if you want to do something later, that's fine. I know for my birthdays, what I've done is invite like 20 friends.
All right.
They went to my apartment back uh, in Venezuela, and then we would eat something, maybe it was
Okay.
something we made or something like that. And then we go out and we get some drinks. And
Uh
yeah,
huh.
we just party. And here it's pretty much the same thing. So.
Okay. It's not different. Okay, I get it. Okay. And so for those who are asking, Francisco was born in Venezuela and now he lives in Colombia, in Medellin.
Yeah.
And okay, first question is, which city are you from in Venezuela?
Oh, it's Merida.
Okay, okay. And I saw on your stories on Instagram that that there is like snow in
Yeah.
Venezuela. I didn't
Yeah.
know that, man. That got me shocked. For those who don't know, it snows in Venezuela. Did you guys know that? And it's pretty beautiful.
Yeah. It's a coal city. Um,
Hmm.
Maybe about now it's hotter than it used to be, but probably like 15 to 18 degrees, which is pretty fresh. You don't need a sweater. But if you wanted to wear a sweater, you can do it and you won't feel hot, which is good because then
Uh-huh.
you can dress as you like, as you
Uh-huh.
really want. So then we have the mountains, and this is the whole mountain range, Los Andes, the Indian mountain range. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we have snow in certain peaks.
Okay.
There's a place where you can go by car, and there's not slow. You cannot find snow all the time there, but sometimes when it's very cold, you can find something.
Uh-huh.
And on the other side, it's a different mountain. It's called the
Uh-huh.
Bolivar Peak. Then you have a cable car,
Oh
and
no.
there's several stations. And on the last one, that it's Pico Espejo or Mirror Peak. I guess that's how you would translate it.
Uh-huh.
Pico Espejo. You could find snow sometimes as well because of, I guess, global warming. But that day I went, uh, it was snowing and it was pretty beautiful. And this is a new system because right now, because of the government, it's not that great. Like everything that has to do with infrastructure kind of sucks. So
Okay.
this is a new one that I guess started working probably like 10 years ago, but I
Uh-huh.
never went. So I
Oh,
went
okay.
for when I was a kid, when I was like 5 years old with the
Or
previous system. So this one looks very good. Actually, they did a good job. So yeah, I was very happy to, like have some
mhm.
that's I guess Caribbean winter wonderland and
That's nice.
in the
Because like
middle.
in Brazil, there is this huge prejudice. I don't think it's only in Brazil. I gotta be honest about it, against Venezuela, actually, because we know about the government and the leadership. Not saying what's good or right, just saying that it does happen, and many people see it as a place that like a must not go. That's it. So, but I saw it, some pictures, and it's very pretty. It's very beautiful, and you were saying good things about it too. And what do you think? Should people visit Venezuela if they have the opportunity? How is it for visitors, for tourists? What's your opinion on that?
Well, to be honest with you, it I would say it's easier for other Latinos. For example, well, Vini, you could be Venezuelan, like really.
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you could show up there and people wouldn't think that, oh, he's a foreigner. Maybe because you're very tall, you would draw some
Okay.
attention for sure, but it's not because they think you're from somewhere else.
Okay.
You look exactly like everyone else.
Mhm.
So the only problem
And
you
pretty
might,
much Latino, yeah.
yeah, the only problem you might have is if the military, the army, sees your passport, because when you're
Mm.
getting your stamp,
Uh-huh.
this there's not like a certainty that these people are good, right? I'm
Mhm.
not saying that they are bad people, but
Mhm.
you don't you never know who they are. So
Okay.
they can tell the army, like, 'cause there's checkpoints in the borders,
Okay.
that you are there. If you're going by plane, then you should be fine technically. But if you're going by, from the
Mhm.
border of Colombia,
Uh-huh.
I would say, like, if they ask for your ID, if they are
Mhm.
in a bad mood, they can ask for money. They could,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah,
Even for Brazilians, for example.
yeah, because
Okay.
they are like, okay, if they're traveling, they got some money, they got US
Okay.
dollars. So that's the thing. So I never encourage people to go to Venezuela unless they have a good company that is aware of the bribes and is willing to pay for it. Because sometimes you got to find a company and they're going to charge you more, but
Okay.
they guarantee that you won't have any trouble because you're already bribing all these people.
Oh,
So
interesting.
yeah, actually, last time I went, like on my way
Mhm.
from here to the city and the way back, I paid a
Mhm.
guy. It's a little bit more expensive by car just to take me from my city to the border and um, back as well.
Uh-huh.
And I think it costed like $60 or something like that. But everything was fine. Like
All right.
they didn't bother me or anything like that.
Okay.
So that was good.
Okay, get it. Okay. Nice, interesting. So if I go to Venezuela, I'm gonna talk to you and so we can go together because now I'm not going all by myself.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I got it. And then you were from Merida, right?
Yep.
Okay, and how was your life like in Venezuela before moving to Colombia?
Like, yeah, I mean, growing up, just regular
Hmm.
life. My mom's a single mom, so
Uh-huh.
it was. I'm the only son, only child, so
Okay, it was
it
you
was,
and your mama. Like that's it.
yeah. And I was doing always a lot of things. I started learning English when I was a kid. I was about 6 years old. So, but
I wouldn't tell that you're like a Hispanic, like a person who speaks Spanish as a first language, because you don't have this accent while you speak English. You know,
thank you.
I'm sorry for being like this kind of like person, this kind of prejudice, but it's totally true. Because whenever Hispanic people speak English, we imagine like Sofia Vergara or something like that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you don't have this kind of accent, so it's pretty good. You know, it's pretty different actually. So
Oh
that's
my
interesting.
God, Manny, you have to go to school.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. That would be the Spanish one. You know.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, it's been years of practice and to be honest with you, I don't think I learned the right way because it was a lot of grammar, but I
Hmm.
never talked to anyone because I don't know. I don't think the teachers were that
Hmm.
good. But then when I was 16, I started a new course. And after that, I started practicing with people every day. Also, when I moved here, I talked to a lot of Americans. And I mean, it helped that I started with learning when I was a kid.
Yeah.
because then it's kind of like your musical ear kind of thing. It's
Oh,
right
okay.
there, so it's easier to imitate the accent until a certain extent, and then it's just practice, man.
Yeah.
It takes time,
It takes time. It
but
does. Yeah. That's
but
nice.
yeah, it was like
And for okay, how long have you been living in Colombia now?
for 7 years, probably
For
almost
7
eight.
years.
Yeah.
But before that, you only lived in Merida, or like, did you live anywhere else in Venezuela or something, or only Merida and then you went to Medellin? How was it?
No, I went straight from Merida to Medellin. So yeah, I was supposed to
Mhm.
be some vacations, to be honest with you. And my cousins, I had some cousins living here, and
Uh-huh.
they invited me because the political situation wasn't fun. It is
Uh-huh.
not fun now, but it wasn't fun either back then. And I just wanted to take a break from college and spend 2 months here,
Uh-huh.
relaxed a bit. So they invited me, and I came. And then while I was here, there were some protests, some strikes uh, in Venezuela. So I told my mom that I would stay here for a bit while the problems
Hmm.
kind of like calmed down. And she agreed. And then I realized I didn't want to go back, and I told my mom that I wanted to stay here for a year. But I was lying to her. In fact, I wanted to stay 2 years here, but I knew I couldn't say that because she was gonna get mad. So I
Hmm.
just told her 1 year. And then after the year, I was like, "Yeah, I'm not staying 2. I'm gonna stay longer." And
Yeah, like I'm not
it's
coming back at all.
it's been 7 years, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And how is it for her? Because like I live in Rio, I live in Rio das Ostras now, which is a city, I don't know, it's a 6 hours from Volta Redonda, where I'm from, And my mom is already very sad because we don't see each other very often. But like you've been living in another country for 7 years now. How's it for your mom? Because I'm an only child, like as well, just like you. So how is it for her? How does she deal with it? How is it?
Well, at first she didn't like the idea because she's a helicopter mom. She always wanted to control every single thing that I
Okay.
did or that I do. Because sometimes she gets kind of like in that mood. So she didn't like the idea. She
Uh-huh.
didn't like the idea of letting me grow up and find my own way, my own truth. But
Okay.
she got used to it, and for the first year, she was very annoying. Like, I ain't gonna lie, she was just trying to tell me what to do, and I understand. Look, I respect
Hmm.
that. It must be very difficult to just have your kid next to you and then boop, it's gone.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
So I get it, and it's fine. But at first, she didn't take it well.
Okay, yeah. Because like I don't know in Venezuela, but in Brazil, moms are very close to their kids. Dads too, but like moms mostly, because it's not like in the United States or like we see movies like you're 18 and you go to another city to study or something. In Brazil, we do have that, but like we usually stay very close to our parents, or we only leave home when we get married or something. I don't know how it
Yeah,
is in Venezuela. Is it the same? Like you stay with your parents like until you want to, or they ask you to move? How is it?
pretty much. But after the massive migration, like it
Mm-hmm.
was expected. It was expected that if your parents didn't live with you while you were 16 or something, probably at 18 you should leave because there's no opportunities there. So
Okay.
I left when I was 18 or 19, something like that. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but that's expected. Right
Yeah.
now, it's not weird anymore. Like
Okay.
that's just a
Nice.
normal thing to do, kind of thing, right now.
So it's say that what motivated you to leave the country was basically not having the opportunities there,
True.
to go to study. Okay. And was it a hard decision? But I don't think so, right? Like, because you said it wasn't. Like, you just said, I don't want to come back.
No, it wasn't a hard decision. I kind of wanted to leave. I just
Okay.
didn't have a place to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, and also I think there was a certain point when it was kind of like you just want to do it to post on social media. You kind of escape the country, so
Oh yeah.
it was kind of like that for some time as well. But
Okay.
I remember when I made the decision, it's because we were having a lot of electrical issues, like
Mm-hmm.
maybe 12 hours shutdowns. And it was
In
like,
Venezuela.
yeah. And I was like, there's no electricity, there's no internet, there's no water. Like, You were so
Okay.
done with the situation. So
What about the food? Was it okay?
the food, it was very expensive because the dollar was too powerful back then, and then the bolivar, which is our currency, sucked, still
Mm-hmm.
sucks. But 2016 was horrible, and around that time, and food was very expensive. So I'm pretty sure like most families had to reduce how much food they were eating and
Mm-hmm.
reduce the expenses as well just to survive. So the people had
Uh-huh.
um, to find other alternatives, and also there was shortage of basic products like toilet paper. There was no
Oh.
toilet paper in supermarkets. So
Oh.
um, harina pan is some sort of flour that
Uh-huh.
we make arepas with that, and
Uh-huh.
that was the main product. Like every Venezuelan home has harina pan in their house, and there was
Uh-huh.
a shortage of that. So people would have to do a line uh, out of a
Mm-hmm.
supermarket for hours to get harina pan at a decent price. Because if not, there were people that we call bachaqueros. I don't know what that means, but it's people that would just make the line to resell the products for more money, and the difference was bad. But they
So
were
like
taking,
people used to go to the supermarkets, buy huge amount of like products and then resell them.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
they took advantage of the situation. And I mean, if you didn't have anything, then you would have to buy from them. But terrible. That was very disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I get it. I get it. Okay. And how is it today?
Now is better because now people use dollars to pay for stuff. Like we use
Uh-huh.
bolivares as well, and but everything is related to the dollars. So
Okay.
um, if the dollar comes up, then you have
Mm-hmm.
to pay more money in bolivars,
Okay.
and that's fine. But
Uh-huh.
right now, I see like there's more stores. People got used to it. I feel like in general, people just adapt to the situations. It doesn't mean that it's good. It's
Uh-huh.
actually pretty bad, but
It means that they're used to that. And
people get used to it, and people find like opportunities. For example, people are working remotely. I guess that kind of like balances things out. And
uh-huh.
I mean, when I went there, there was tourism, not maybe not foreigners, but people from other parts of a country.
Mm-hmm.
And I did some expensive stuff, right? Because I got some cash to spend there. That's
Uh-huh.
I've been saving for that. And there were people doing the same, and people going to restaurants. And so
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's kind of like, okay, these people are not supposed to have money, right? But they're doing all these things. So
Okay.
we'll just get adapted to it. And
Okay. And like you said that you, sorry for cutting you off, just like to continue here. I have a question. You said that you went to Colombia because you had family there, right?
yeah,
And you could stay with them. But you went for tourism only, like for a trip,
yeah.
like a vacation.
I just wanted to stay here for like a
Mm-hmm.
month or a month and a half.
Okay.
I had several cousins here, like three,
Okay.
and they invited me, so I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it.
Okay.
And I did go out with them. I just wanted to be at a different place. I
And how was it for you? Like the first impression, how was it when like when you went from Merida, because you went from Merida to Medellin. So how was it? Because Medellin is a very big city, and there are
yeah,
many things to do, right? So it's a
yeah.
very famous city in general. So how was your first impression? Your not how, but what was your first impression, and how was your reaction? How did you react towards
Well,
that? Like,
it's certain.
whoa, where am I? Is that like truly possible? How was it?
Yeah, well, it's certainly a big city. There's over 4 million people here. So, um, in Merida, there's probably like 400,000. That's it. So this is a big difference, big
Hmm.
chunk right there. And I would say the first impression was the sky. I just like the sky so much. Medellin is not the same as it used to be. Let's say 7 years ago. Now there's way more buildings, but it
Hmm.
wasn't the first impression that I had of Medellin because when I was
Hmm.
8, I also came for and I did more tourism. So
Okay.
that was actually the second time in
Okay.
Medellin. So I had a certain image in my mind of what Medellin looked like,
Uh-huh.
and it was like more advanced because when I started, when I came here, it was like probably in 2008. That's when I came for the first time, and it
Uh-huh.
was like a chill city. I really liked the lives right away. Um, and I remember it was for like in August or something like that. And I told my mom, "Why are we going to a place with no beach in August? Like, aren't we supposed to go to the coast?"
Yeah.
Just saying, mom, common sense. Why would you go to a place with
A
no beach?
swim. Yeah.
And she was like, no, but the city's super cool and blah blah blah. So later understood why, because the city is
Mhm.
very cool. But but it wasn't that advanced technologically speaking. I would say like right now is the number one in Colombia and probably like top three in Latin America or something
Really?
like that. Yeah, it's there's a lot of things to do. The metro system, the subway is awesome. People are very proud of that as well. It's very
That's nice.
clean compared to other cities, and there's a lot of things to do as well. So there's a lot of
Mhm.
cultural uh, diversity, so you
Okay.
can really meet people from all over the world, and I think that's what I like because I like languages.
Oh, yes. Yes, you do. We're gonna talk about it later, but yeah, you do. I know that, and you can speak a couple.
Yeah,
So, and I have a question here. Have you ever thought of going back to Venezuela for any like any reason?
well, I went to Merida with a friend. He lives in Manizales, which is another city close to Medellin, and we
Uh-huh.
planned the trip together and go there together, come back
Mhm.
together.
No,
And
yeah, but like, have you ever thought of like going back?
yeah, that's what I was going. That
Okay, sorry.
when we came back like a couple days ago, I texted him, "Hey, bro, are you sad that you came back to Colombia?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm about to shoot myself in the head." So I was like, "Bro, I'm feeling sad too." And it's the thing is, I don't miss the economy. I don't miss the little things that we can do there because it's here. We can do more, and I feel like I'm
Uh-huh.
more focused on my job here, and I can
Uh-huh.
be more productive. But being with the family, being able to see people I haven't seen in a while, and I don't know, it's a different
Uh-huh.
vibe. It's
Okay.
also I think when you're in another country, especially like Colombia or Peru or something like that, you feel like people look down upon you. So it's kind of like they look at you like this over your shoulder. All right.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like you have to prove something because you're
Because
chilling
you're from Venezuela or because you're like a foreigner? How does it work?
because I'm from Venezuela. So
Oh,
people look at me and they don't know that I'm from Venezuela because I just look as everybody else. But
yes,
if I
exactly.
if I talk, and actually my accent is pretty neutral in Spanish, so I don't have that problem. But some other people do, and
And they
they don't
tell
treat
you
me
that
well.
you're like not from Colombia because of your accent. Is it easy for them?
For with me, no. Like they just think that I'm from the coast, or sometimes they just get confused because it's so neutral. They're expecting some
Okay.
other kind of Venezuelan accent, but with other people, they can tell it right away, and they
Hmm.
don't treat them well. So
Really?
I would say like it kind of sucks to be in a place where you feel like you're always different, and it's not in a good way, you know.
Okay.
So that's what I miss from my I would say, yeah, my country, because I go there, I'm sensational, bro. I'm a superhero, like
Okay.
I've been traveling, I have a story to tell, and I'm no different
People
than them.
actually are interested in your stories.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm an interesting guy, and here I am as well. But there's always like you can always hear certain people saying bad stuff about Venezuela, so it's kind of like you have to prove in. It's kind of like, do you really want to live your life trying to show other people that you cool? Uh,
Okay. Okay.
That,
And
that,
do
that
you
was
get
that's the downside.
okay, perfect. And like I've seen some videos of people going, like Brazilian people going to Venezuela and Colombia. I don't know why, but I don't know if you guys see us as Latinos. Do you guys see us as Latinos or not? It's a real question now because I'm.
Sorta. I would say yes,
Uh-huh.
yes, because the personality is the same, but the language barrier sometimes make us think that you guys are a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say if we spoke the same language, it'd be the same thing. Because that's the
Oh,
thing. We cannot understand each other sometimes, but the personality is literally the same.
yes, exactly. Like because in Brazil, I was telling that like Giovanni is our friend, like a friend of us, and he didn't know that, but like we consider yours like you him as gringos. And he told me that you guys don't see us as gringos. And I was like, really? He said, yeah, because we usually see them like from the United States, those countries. I was kind of, oh, really? Because everybody that is not from Brazil, and we actually don't, this consumerism of Latin culture is not very okay in Brazil because we're a very continental country. So Brazil is huge. People from São Paulo are very different from people from like the, I don't know, Northeast, Rio, and so on. So that's why it's kind of crazy for us. And sometimes I would say most Brazilian people don't think of themselves as Latinos. And it's crazy because the only difference is the language, but like the personality, the appearance, the appearance is like the same. We look the same, like you could be in Brazil right now. People think that you're Brazilian and the other way around as well. And the thing is, that's kind of crazy for me. That's why I asked you this question, because like, do you think I am like, am I Latino in your opinion? And it's like, well, it depends, because, but I think you guys see us as Latinos more than we do see ourselves as Latinos,
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's just small differences. For example, when I was in Rio, I went to a bar one night and they were playing pagode. And for some reason, because I like pagode, I can show you my Spotify
I
playlist.
remember that I sent you the playlist.
Yeah, and like it's right there with
Mhm.
the best songs of pagode, and I know some of them. Actually, I was gonna send you one of them because there's a traditional instrument that I found in
Oh,
Venezuela, and I
yeah.
was playing Sua Mãe Vai Me Amar de Turma de Pagode.
Muito amazing, yes.
So I was playing it on that instrument. I was gonna send you a video or something, but I forgot. And so I really like the music, but I didn't know anything about that music when I came there. And then I go right. I'm walking down the street, and I
Uh-huh.
see a bunch of people at a bar singing to pagode, and they are like closing their eyes, and they're super exciting. And
They're
there's no,
feeling the song.
they're feeling this song, and it's kind of like, what the heck is that? Like, why are they so exciting for a song that is not even being played live? And then
Okay.
there was the same kind of songs live, and I was like,
Mhm.
but what is this? Now they have it live, and now people are way more excited. And I don't think these guys are
Mhm.
the real artists. They're just playing the song from
Yeah,
by
the
someone
smaller
else.
groups. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, and then I realized that on Spotify, every single song from that playlist, it says "Ao vivo." So it's kind of like you guys
Yeah,
like to hear it like live.
yeah.
So now I understand it.
Pagode sertanejo, we don't usually listen to this kind of music recorded, like in studio recorded. They usually sing it like in a concert, and they record it, and then we listen, to the concert, straight to the concert.
Yeah,
It's
but
funny.
it's that music, like that kind of music
Uh-huh.
doesn't exist. So we're kind of used to go to a bar, hear salsa, bachata, merengue, all that.
Hmm.
And that's in general. Like you can be in Puerto Rico, you could be in Peru, you're still gonna find salsa. But then you
Hmm.
go to Brazil, that's a different world. And I would say those are the little differences
Okay.
makes us feel like you guys are different because it's
Okay.
like kind of like the music. And I don't know, that for example,
Uh-huh.
for me, that was
Okay. And how do you guys see yourselves here?
in Brazil. I felt like a gringo because um, I was taking some classes. I
Okay,
took
sorry. You kind of froze for a second.
oh, and do I sound good now?
Yeah. Sorry, you're saying like I felt gringo and
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. I was saying that I took like 8 classes before going to Rio, and when I
okay.
went there, I blocked. I was like, okay, what am I gonna say? I don't understand what these people are saying. And then
Okay.
I was trying my best, and still it's very easy to
Mhm.
misunderstand people or for people to misunderstand you. So like you're not from
Uh-huh.
there. But what you said, because we look the same, I never
Mhm.
felt like in danger. I just felt like I'm gonna be good as long as I don't talk.
Exactly. Just point like, what do you want?
Yeah,
And
and
just point to the food. Yeah. Yep. And you do like this for the money,
yeah,
like, you
or,
know.
or just saying like little phrases, like instead of trying to have a full conversation, because I feel like here in Colombia we talk so much when we wanna order something. But I was just learning like little phrases like "Ya y masa, cuánto ta," things like that. Just like the less I can talk is gonna be the best. And also
Yes, and
when I
depending
have
on
to,
the like when where you go, you pay like more money.
yeah,
You
that's the
know,
thing.
like that does happen not only with you, also with us. Like for example, if I don't have Carioca accent, I pay more money. And sometimes I go like, Ben, I come here like every month. Why am I gonna pay like 70 bucks for I don't know an umbrella and a chair to sit on the beach? Like I want to be here, you know. Like I don't want to pay this amount of money. But like, okay, they come here like how often? They say, I don't know, every week. And he goes like, okay, 20. You know, it's like a bargain. You know, it's a
Uh,
negotiation. So
yeah, try to take advantage. Then
yeah. And
you have to say
what
like,
was your biggest
so,
cultural shock?
yeah, I was gonna say that you have to say so cria pie.
Yeah, exactly. So clear, pai. Come on. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, I learned that after, so I couldn't take advantage of that.
Sorry,
So,
you paid more money.
so yeah, what was your question again?
Yeah, what was your biggest cultural shock, like when you came to Brazil? And then they're gonna come back to Colombia, but like when it comes to Brazil, was there anything that you were like, oh, Jesus, I
Mm,
wouldn't see that in Colombia or Venezuela or something?
not sure if that's a culture shock. Really, I felt like we're very similar. Really, people
Uh-huh.
smiling all the time, and I appreciated that a lot. So we're very nice, and they try to help me, and I like
Hmm.
that. The food, delicious, way better than food here. And
I remember that you're complaining about the bread.
oh yeah, the bread's so delicious. It's oh my god, the pizza, mamma mia, it's so good. I love
Hmm. Yeah.
it, and the juice, the fruits, very good.
Okay.
But I would say like something that shocked me, but I don't know if that's cultural. Is that at least in Rio, nature is around. So you could be in the city,
Hmm.
and then you just do this, and then well, a monkey. It's kind of like oh wow,
Okay.
it's or birds, or then the beach is just right there.
Yeah.
It's so
Hmm.
crazy. Like naturally, I was amazed. It's so crazy. And maybe culturally, I heard things about the carnival that I was like, huh, things get
You should come. You
wild.
should come to Carnival. Yeah, yeah. Last year I spent Carnival in Rio. It was amazing. Yeah, but like I was alone, so it wasn't because Carnival is a party for single people. Carnival comes from Italian, which is mean like the party of the flesh. You know,
Okay.
carne. And so it's for actually single people to enjoy themselves, and that's it. But like when you're dating or something, you have some restrictions, but that's totally fine. But when you're single, people say like, "That's my time." Not lying, I know some people that they break up before Carnival and they like restart a relationship after.
Oh my god.
It's not cultural, but some people do that, and I know some as well.
Wow. So it's true.
Yeah,
The thing, the kiss, because people say like if you maintain eye contact with somebody for enough time, you can kiss them.
you don't even have to look at them. You know, like Carnival is a crazy world.
Oh my god.
And but it's crazy because you see people on the streets like half naked or something, and they go like straight to the shopping mall. And nobody looks at them like just like look upon them, just like sad. Actually, look down on them. You know, like oh, who are you? What are you doing here? No, it's carnival. Everybody accept everybody, so it's very nice. And not only for relationships, it's nice for you to be with your friends as well. So it's very very nice. And you said something about Rio, and yes, it is Rio. Rio is the place that have nature and urban areas at the same time. It's crazy. Now, I live in a city which is a coastal city, so it's very small, but it's also very nice. You know, so I love it. But I used to live in a place that there was no nature,
Yeah.
so pretty much like São Paulo. And okay, and now, yeah. And I have a question. What about Colombia? Like when it comes to Colombia and Venezuela, what are the main differences for you? And you already said something that makes you like not like living there, but what else? Like what are the other differences when it comes to food, people? How is it?
Mhm. I would say people are very nice here in Medellin. Mm, maybe if you had to compare it, I would say Medellin people are like people in Rio, like very
Okay.
chill. And then some people would say that people
Hmm.
from Bogota are like people from Sao Paulo. It's
Okay.
I haven't been to Sao Paulo, so I cannot say it, but I've heard it.
Oh yeah.
And it's not like a lot of nature. It's a gray city. I like it because of the weather. It's kind of cold, but
Hmm.
in Bogota, the people are cold. Like they don't treat you the same way like here.
Hmm.
People smile at you. People, if you ask, "Hey, where is this place?" If it's close, people might take you there. Like they might accompany you and walk with you. So in Bogota, it's pretty much like it's right there. And then you're like, "Oh, but what do you mean?" And they're like, "Yeah, just right there,
They're
across there."
very passive aggressive, right?
Yeah, they're kind of aggressive. You can tell right away.
São Paulo is like that too. But because it's a big city and it's a very busy city, so people are always working. They're always like, let's say, on hold or on demand. They need to do things to get things done. So they're very fast. They're very wristed, and sometimes tends to be a little bit rude. I don't know what you think, but it's like that. In Bogota, is it the same?
Yeah, exact same thing. And maybe another difference compared to Venezuela, because I think in Venezuela
Uh
people
huh.
are very nice too. Even in Caracas, which is the
Hmm.
capital, when I went there, people were nice. And in Merida, super, super, super nice. It's
Okay.
just the same. Like people always smiling at you. They are super
Hmm.
formal. Like they treat you with a lot of respect. It's awesome. And maybe the accent changes. It's a very different Venezuelan accent from Colombian accent.
Really?
Yeah. And the food is different as well. I think Venezuelan food is better. Uh, it's because it's very similar to Brazilian food,
Uh huh.
Venezuelan.
Yeah.
So feijoa, we have feijoa, but it has a different
What is
name.
that?
Uh, Feijão.
Feijão. Okay.
Yeah, sorry,
Sorry, sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't get it at first. Frijoles?
frijoles. Yeah.
Sí, frijoles, yeah.
Uh, it we have it, but I don't think it even has a name because it's not like a star dish. It's just a dish, and
Really?
yep. So we have that.
In Brazil, it's like the main dish,
Yeah.
rice,
Yep.
beans, and then everything else is like side dish. But the
Yeah.
the most special thing would be, let's say, the stars of the dish would be rice and beans.
Exactly. And I mean, you could have some feijoa, but as part of another dish that is bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, I would say like it's not exactly as a soup. It's more
Mm-hmm.
like about the beans and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's not
You
a
get it.
thing like in Brazil, like having feijoada on Fridays or no, it's
Have you
not.
tried it?
Yeah, of course, it's delicious.
Yeah, you've been here, like you stayed in Rio for how long? Like 5 days, 7 days?
Yeah, like 7, 8 days, and I ate feijoa. Well, feijoa like 3 days.
Okay, okay. Did you
We had
like
a,
it?
yeah, I love that. So good, but it's a
Okay.
lot of food too.
Oh yeah, yeah, feijoada is a lot, and because I would say it's like a celebration. Eating feijoada, there are many side dishes. So you need to pick what you want, and you sit down, you talk to people. It's very nice.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
okay, so basically, you're talking about people and also the food. So the food is something very important to you.
yep.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Did you eat a lot when you went to Venezuela right now? Like, food. So you said, I want that, that, that. I missed that.
Yeah, I brought a bunch of candy because chocolate is better.
Okay.
And yeah, I was eating a lot of bread. I was eating candy every single day, like snacks. And I went to eat out several times, but
Mm-hmm.
for me, it was more the snacks. That's what I miss for
Okay.
real.
What about your mom's food?
My mom was good. She's not the best at cooking. To be honest, I think I cook better than her. But she has some dishes that are
Mm-hmm.
like I will never be able to make them better than her. So
Okay, makes sense.
yep.
Okay, I get it. I get it. Oh, and like now coming back to this whole culture shock, have you ever experienced any culture shock in Colombia? Like, for example, any funny or confusing situations because of maybe the accent, the language, or costumes that are different?
You said dating
Dating? No,
or no?
costumes they're different.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I would say like because I watched a lot of Colombian shows when I was a kid. I understood the accent perfectly and the slang. I
Really?
I was chilling here. I knew
Don't you
pretty
guys
much.
have subtitles like when you watch things from? Because like for us in Brazil, we don't actually watch things from Portugal and
Yep.
other countries that speak Portuguese. But if we did, we would have to like use subtitles because we don't actually understand them very well. It's
Yeah.
like a whole different language, you know?
Yeah, well, we can understand. What the thing is, like, they use a lot of slang here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I mean, everybody has their own slang, so it's pretty
Uh-huh.
much that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, understand what a word means in slang. But I
Okay.
knew it because growing up, I used to watch a lot of comedy shows from Colombia or just novelas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I understood pretty much everything. So when I came here, it was very easy for me, and I didn't have any of those situations. But I remember, well, let's just say, actually, I don't think I can say it, but let's say that a
Okay.
guy was talking about a girl. We were in a group. She was a Venezuelan girl. The guy was a Colombian man, and we were drinking. And the girl had already like sorry, like 3 beers or something like that. And she was like, her personality is very crazy, right? Very loud. So the guy thought it was because of the alcohol, but she's just like that. And at that
She's just
moment,
Venezuelan.
she's yeah, yeah, she's from a different part though, where people are even louder.
Okay.
And she said that she at that moment she was talking about her daughter because she's kind of young, but she already had a daughter. So she was saying something like, "So yeah, I have a daughter," and blah blah blah. And at that same time, this guy said, "Oh, ya está cogida." And cogida in here comes from a verb coger, which is pegar, pegar,
Mm-hmm.
like to
Mm-hmm.
take. And that means like, oh, you were already taken by alcohol, like you're drunk.
Uh-huh.
That's what he meant. But in
Uh-huh.
Venezuela, in the Caribbean, coger has a different meaning, and it's sexual. So
Okay.
we
Okay.
thought that what he said was like, oh, you have a daughter, it means that you're already. Mm.
Okay.
But it was horrible timeline, man. It was like horrible timing. It was at the same time where she mentioned the daughter that he said, oh, you're drunk, but she understood it as, oh, you're saying that I was already. Eh,
Uh-huh.
you can fill the blank.
Yeah, I
So,
can.
so I was like, no, 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 no. I had to translate for both of them, and it's like,
It was like the same language.
yeah, yeah, it's the same language, but it was just a misunderstanding because she got mad. She was ready to throw some hands. You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm gonna
Yeah,
fight you right now, man. Okay.
yeah, bro. I had to translate.
And nobody understand like what's happening here? I think I was like, what's
No,
happening?
no, because next to
Like,
us there was an American guy, and I think the rest of the people were Colombian or something like that. So I was the only one that could understand both, and kind of like step up and say, "Hey, chill
no, not
out."
not like that. Okay. I get it.
Yeah.
And do you know what's funny? When you came to Brazil, like, of course, we were speaking. I was trying to speak Portuguese, but because of like our friends, and I couldn't speak only Portuguese because some people didn't understand the language. So we needed to speak English. So you are from like Venezuela, Colombia, and I'm from Brazil, but we needed to speak English because we couldn't understand each other completely in like Spanish and Portuguese, and that was like something that kind of shocked me, because it's
Yeah,
very similar. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to learn the language. I need to learn Spanish. Come on. I live here, man. Hi, I'm Brazilian, but you know, that's kind of shocking too.
yeah, it
And
was.
and are there many Brazilian people in Colombia?
Apparently, I haven't seen them, which is very sad because
Okay.
that's what I want to. I mean, I want to talk to people from Brazil. I have a Brazilian friend here, actually.
Okay, nice.
Her her name is Cassian, and uh she's awesome. I met her at my previous place of work, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
she's awesome. She's married to an American guy, and
nice.
sometimes she makes bolo. She's from Manaus, and she makes delicious bolo, and she invites her friends, including me. So it's awesome. She's
Nice.
a great girl.
Oh,
Appreciate them.
yeah. And okay, so now what are similarities between Venezuelans and Colombians now? That's like okay for you. You say like, okay, I'm feeling home right now.
Like difference right now.
Yeah, no, similarities actually.
Similarities. Sorry, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I would say how we treat people is pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I would say like it's very difficult to compare um, a Venezuelan from Caracas to
Mm-hmm.
a Venezuelan from Medellin or Bogota. They're gonna get mad. They won't like that comparison. People from here,
Okay.
from Bogota, Medellin, they feel like you're insulting them.
Oh,
Um,
really?
but if you compare a guy from Caracas or from the coast in Venezuela to somebody
Mm-hmm.
from the coast here in Colombia, they'll be fine. And to be honest, they're similar, and they speak very similar too. The accent's
Oh,
very similar.
okay. Okay, makes sense. I get it.
But I would say you could compare somebody from Merida, which is my city, to somebody
Mm-hmm.
from Medellin or somebody from the coffee region, because it's
Mm-hmm.
pretty much the same manners, the way people treat
Okay.
each other. We don't like to be loud. Uh, so I would say the way you treat customers, customer service is pretty similar. So I would say those are kind of some sort of similarities. And at least people from Merida, they're a little
Mm-hmm.
bit lighter skin. So pretty similar to people here.
Oh,
Now, if you
okay.
go to the coast, or you can find more like brown people, and same in Caracas or in the interior part of a
Okay.
country in Venezuela. So I would say those are pretty similar things. The jokes
Okay.
kind of
Mm.
thing, the fact that we like to dance a lot, um, the fact that we are always trying to see the positive side to life, even
Mm-hmm.
we're in a bad situation. People do the
Oh,
same here.
that's very nice. That's very nice. Okay, and like you said that you're in Colombia, but are there many Venezuelans in Colombia right now, like
Yep.
living that they immigrate? Yeah, because for us it's very common for people for people Venezuelans to come to Brazil. You
Hmm.
know, you see that a lot, and there are many people in the north because it's closer, like to the border. So people usually live in those cities, you know, around the states. And why not Brazil? Besides having your cousins, why not Brazil? Why didn't you come to Brazil? The people from Merida usually go to Colombia. Is that? And people from the south of Venezuela come to Brazil. How does it work?
Yeah, well, that's such a great question, man. I would say like it really depends on what you want to do. That's what determines uh,
Hmm.
where you go. For example, if your plan was to continue with your university studies, then you'll go to Argentina for sure. That's the main place to go from
Yeah,
Venezuela, because education is easier. Uh,
people
if
from Brazil too.
mhm,
When
yeah,
people want to go to med school, they go to Argentina because in Brazil is like 10 times more expensive than in
yep,
Argentina.
yeah. So if you don't have a lot of resources to go to Spain, for example, because it's kind of expensive, you don't have anyone there, you would go probably to Colombia because it's the closest
Uh-huh.
one. You don't go to Brazil because you don't speak Portuguese, so it would be difficult.
Hmm.
I never thought about Brazil, to be honest, when I
Oh,
was gonna move. Like Brazil never crossed my mind.
oh,
I would say
interesting.
like now I could live in Brazil 100% because it's awesome. It's
Hmm.
pretty cool. But but yeah, I actually know like two people, if anything, that have gone to Brazil. People
Oh,
that I
really?
knew in person, but that's it.
Okay, and oh, that's very interesting because I know like not many people I know, not that I'm friends with, but like many people from Venezuela, and they came to Brazil, and it's kind of interesting that like I don't know, that never crossed my mind that people would go to Colombia. I don't know why. That's kind of stupid
Yeah,
because you guys speak Spanish, the same word, so it'd be easier, you know. But I
yeah.
get it. Very good, very good. And now, just to wrap it up, do you have anything to say about your life now? What you want to do in the future this year? What are your expectations? What are your plans for 2025 and maybe next year?
Well, I mean, I just have a new job. I started last year. Very happy, real estate related, trying to figure things out, how to learn more about business in general. I like that, and
Mm-hmm.
I would like to go back to Brazil. To be honest, my friends, I have the friend that I mentioned before. He lives in Colombia here, very close to here, and then I
Mm-hmm.
have two of my college friends. We're all like a group that we still talk, and they live in
That's
Portugal.
nice.
So they speak Portuguese, and
Uh-huh.
they want to come to Brazil. We
But
want to.
they're Colombians.
They're Venezuelan,
Oh, okay.
but they live in Portugal. So I'm sure we'll end up doing maybe Rio, or I want to do Sao Paulo too.
It's
Maybe
interesting. I think you're gonna like it.
maybe Salvador
Yeah.
Bahia. That'd be awesome too. Uh, so that probably could happen next year. I don't think I'll do it this year. I have other plans for
Mm-hmm.
this year. but that's something I want to do for sure because I really like Brazil. But Brazil is the
Mhm.
kind of place to go there for months, like 3 months at least, and
Oh,
really
cool.
experience the culture. Because 7 days for me wasn't enough. I felt like I was missing out.
Okay. Would you do anything differently from what you did when you came?
No, I think it was a the trip was perfectly planned, perfectly executed. Uh, I would just I would have wanted to have more time to talk to people and try
Oh,
to see the non-touristic Rio or the non-touristic Brazil and just see how people live there and find the actual similarities that we have.
okay. When you guys come to Brazil, you can definitely visit me because I live very close to Rio. So I think you're gonna like it, the city. It's nice. We can hang. It's gonna be nice. And thank you again for being part of today. Podcast. It was amazing having you here. Seriously, it was a very nice conversation, and I think my students are gonna love it. Not only the students, but everybody who listens to this. I think they're gonna love it. And seriously, thank you again very much for the participation. And I hope you had a nice time talking to me.
Absolutely, it was so fun.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And for the listeners, thank you. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you. Bye bye, guys. Have a nice
Ciao.
one.
Never kissing a house that you never down before you bend it.